And we're back, or well, it's a new dawn. Ish.
A new day approaches.
A dawn of war, you say?
It's turning kind of fast, so it's been like
Good.
6
Dawn
so
of War.
far.
I like that. I like
six
that
new
joke.
dawns. Anyway,
So
Everything's fine. Let's just leave the planet.
right.
We should-
well,
yeah,
I
let's
tried,
take off.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
Boot up the
yeah.
flight computers and get out.
Yeah, let's just go.
we should probably start the session with me explaining what's going on with my character.
Yeah, go for it.
So, I discovered in between before last session that I had made an error in character generation, and one of my origins was invalid. So what I did is I went back and edited that origin, and one of them, I took the tainted origin, which allows you to roll on the mutations chart, and if you spend 250 XP, you can, or I'm sorry, 100, some amount of XP. I don't remember what it is.
Anyways,
You can
mutant
choose which mutation you want. And so I decided to kind of roll with my main origin as False Man. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to pick the one that lets me roll 1d5 times on this chart, and just some really interesting things are going to happen. So I rolled a 5, which means I got to roll 5 mutations, and I ended up rolling really, really well. So I essentially gained the traits of Weirdling, which means now I'm a Psyker, which should go fantastically. Especially considering I'm not a sanctioned Psyker, so it's extra heretical. My fists now do toxic damage, or natural attacks, which...
and biting. I bet biting counts.
Yeah, fighting. Just anything I do that doesn't involve a weapon. I gain unnatural strength, which means my strength bonuses are doubled. Worm, which means my lower limbs have fused together to form a worm or snake-like tail. We're actually going to rule that as basically my legs getting really fucked up when I fell into the engines, and now I just have tank treads for legs, which is pretty cool. And winged, which would mean I could fly. We all agreed that was maybe a little bit much. So what we've done instead is dropped winged, and we have removed the downside of worm, which is that the crawler trait makes you move at your half speed. So I move normally, but I still gain the 5 extra wounds and the ability to move over dangerous terrain without a problem. And I also took, because it doesn't mention this, but it kind of feels like, considering the thing literally says the mutant's body has been entirely remade by the warp, we figured probably there are some corruption points going on there, so I went ahead and rolled on that. Got 12 corruption points, which is a lot. So now I'm up to, was it 17 or 18?
17.
17, which is
Pretty good.
far more than anyone else. I managed to pass my malignancy test, which is good, because I'm already chaosy enough. And so now I'm a horrible, freaky monstrosity, more so than I was before, considering I was half robot.
Well,
And so-
everything's going great.
Yeah.
Yes, and for my weirdling powers, as they come up, I'll explain them. But they're both really good. Like, not just mechanically, but like awesome.
They're exciting. Yes.
Yes. Cool things are going to happen to us other than being crashed on this Necron tomb world.
That's definitely not cool though.
Oh, that's so cool.
Can I roll for my praying now?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Roll
what do you
one.
want me to
Explain
roll?
what you're doing.
Just roll.
We'll roll a D100, yeah.
Well, you should probably pray, to be fair. If you're gonna pray,
Yeah,
you need
I
to
mean,
say
you
a
should
prayer.
give us the prayer.
It's just going to be a general prayer to the Emperor, asking him to protect us because we're all going to die, sort of thing. No,
Gotta make up a prayer.
Gotta make up the prayer.
I don't think I can say it in low
Well,
Gothic.
not with a roll like
correct?
that.
The reason that it didn't work is because he's just reading
He-
like
yeah,
a
he
stock
goes-
one from a book.
He goes into
Yeah.
the chapel and reads the title, just a general prayer to the Emperor, and he's like, well, that's pretty good.
Dear Emperor, I
says-
hope you're having a smashing time. If
I
you
would
could
not-
find a way to help us out, that would be swell. Your friend Icarus.
He's like,
Meanwhile,
that'll
Pretty much.
I pray to the only god that matters, Caleb Chicane that I will kill a lot of people if we get out of this.
Okay.
Can we go back to the tech priest? What you did, you got so you paid 200 XP and got the ravaged body and rolled
Yes.
5 times on the minor mutations.
Well, I rolled 1d5, which gave me 5 rolls on that
5.
table. Yes.
What 5 did you get? You got Wordling.
I got Weirdling,
Unnatural strength,
Worm.
worm.
yeah,
Venomous.
I got
Flying.
Venomous, which is 82-85,
Yeah.
Hideous Strength, which is 86-89, Worm, which is 92-93, and Winged, which is 96.
Those are all from the major mutation though, except for Wordling.
Oh, snap! Someone's not as good as he thought he was! Possibly.
Unnatural strength.
It
And
says on this table. No,
It's-
so the minor mutation thing, I took Ravaged Body.
that's
and
a
then it
major
says-
mutation.
Can we just, for the fact, state that this book is fucking horrible
It's
once
really-
again,
it's really
and
badly
we'll
written.
It's
We'll-
really bad.
Ravaged
we'll
body
sort it out between
body has
recordings.
entirely remade
Yeah,
by
well-
4. Roll 1d5 times on the minor mutations table. Reroll and do.
Wait, where are you reading that? Because in my book it literally says on this table.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll worry about it
I bet. I have the wrong book.
between recordings.
No, I think everything's all right.
Yep.
Okay.
Everything's good. Don't worry about it. All right. So now that
Okay.
so shall we just do a cut there and have a break?
All right, so you guys are horribly crashed here on Pastmas.
Horribly is such, like, I feel
Pretty
like
well
you're being,
crashed, I think. You'll
Yeah.
find.
yeah, I
I
think
get-
you're being judgmental when
like,
you're saying horribly. I
I
don't
would
think
say
it's,
expertly crashed.
I think the adjective should at least be neutral, if not have a positive spin on the situation.
Yeah, I've never seen a crash as good as this.
Exquisitely,
Yeah, whoever
Yeah.
crashed this is friggin'
spectacularly
are-
crashed.
Unexpectedly crashed.
That's
on
I'm okay with that.
Pastmas,
It was certainly a surprise that it happened.
where you believe that there is a Necron tomb. That's what you think these buildings are that you saw.
Yeah.
And right now you're just working on trying to figure out how to repair this ship.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, the problem was that, first of all, shit's real spectacularly not great. And one of the problems is that there's so much cKnoor tech on the ship that it's hard to just repair with our non-cKnoor stuff.
Right,
So
correct.
we can't really repair it.
There are parts we
properly.
can repair, like the hull, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are major systems that the ship needs to do shippy things that we cannot repair without some xenotech.
Yeah, you're gonna need some xenotech for your engines, for your warp engines.
And
you know,
luckily, there's xenotech right over there.
Yeah, so
Go get it.
we talked about this before we started recording, and the plan was to repair what we can repair now, and then do a very stealthily and expertly planned excursion into the nearest pyramid to see if we can find anything that could be helpful.
And we're gonna go find the crash shuttle if we
Yes,
can. And
yes, and that's something we can do while we repair the stuff we can repair.
Okay.
I would also like to put out there, while we're working on repairing the hull and stuff, we should be able to dismount some of the smaller of the macro batteries and basically set them up as defense weapons, perimeter defense guns. Because
If you can do that, we should do that, sure.
I don't think the macro batteries work like that.
my
they-
understanding is the macro batteries are essentially just a trillion different guns.
Well, right, but the
Different
problem is they have to be loaded from inside the ship every time you fire them. Like,
Sure, but like some of the smaller ones, they shouldn't be too hard to just disconnect from the hull.
okay, give me a -20 tech use check to see if you can figure out how to do this.
Can I
Zach-
help?
does that include the penalty of trying to get the crew to be convinced that taking the ship more apart is good?
No, this is just to know if he knows how to
This is just if
do it.
this is even possible.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
He is a
You think you can
genius.
get some of them off the ship. at
Yeah, I'm
least?
not saying. I mean, they're going to be the smaller ones. They're going to be like 20 millimeters and like
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Sure. I'm gonna say you can't take apart your shard cannon because that's
Oh no
no,
no 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 no
It's
no!
that's
I'm not
your
touching
regular
that.
macro battery.
Yeah, just like just a bog standard. Just some of them small caliber. And basically, we could use that for makeshift fortifications because who fucking knows what's going to happen.
Okay. Sure. Someone needs to command the crew to do this because they're at 20% or 30% morale.
Boy, if only someone was good at telling the crew what to do, and
Well-
also making them feel good about it.
Well, I mean, since the crew is here, I'm gonna explain what the plan is. Now that we've unfortunately, due to sabotage, crashed on this planet. The plan is simple. We repair what we can repair. We set up a defensive perimeter, and to do that, we're gonna take down some of the macro batteries that we can salvage. And while we repair, just in case, we need to be as safe as possible since we don't know what's out there. Once all of that's done, we're going to go explore our surroundings and see if we can find spare parts to repair the things that we do not have spare parts for yet. This is all, of course, just busy work while we wait for our rescue from both the Unappreciated Deal and another ship that's in the same area, well, region, is what I tell my crew. Hang on.
All 7 of them.
Hey, I think you'll find that.
Including us.
6 degrees of success.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, all these good rolls. Wasted.
Right? Well, okay, so you salvage the morale of the crew a bit, and they decide not to mutiny against you for crashing them on this terrible planet. And
Hey, now,
Do I do that?
they get to work.
Do I still want to mutiny?
That's
Well,
up
Oh,
to
his
your
his
character.
speech was so good.
Sounds like a personal question, really.
And yeah, it was a really good speech.
I think your main
Okay.
mutiny issue is that people like me more than they like you.
It's true.
Like,
What
And
if we
I
find
crashed
out
a
what happened
fucking
to the
ship into a planet.
I investigated. Like,
you just
the-
yell that out loud.
I investigated the ship rolls thing, and there's one that like is Super Seneschal in Super Icarus, where you have a network of spies throughout the ship, so you always know what's going on. But he sucks and he's an idiot, so I think they just don't listen to him or do anything.
Or they just lie to him.
Excellent.
Just lie to him, just like he's like, yeah, gonna get all this food here. Oh, it's frozen people.
Actually,
Like,
can I check on our supplies and see how well we're doing? Because I want to know if we need to ration like food
Okay.
and stuff.
we
Yeah.
definitely need to ration
Yeah.
food.
What? How do I check?
You
go
can
check.
just, I mean, you can just check. There's nothing
Okay.
you have to roll right now. Your supplies are low. They're very low.
So is
a
the
lot
crew,
of shit
though.
got messed up. But yeah, your crew, you're only at 20% crew right now. Your supplies are still more than enough to feed the crew that you have for, weeks to months. So,
It's because most of them are dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that's fine.
I mean,
sounds like an opportunity for more
Sound-
murder servitors.
yeah, I was
honestly.
gonna say, sounds like we
Yeah.
got like hell of a servitors.
Oh
now.
yeah, if everything starts going to shit, I'm just unleashing the murder servitors, just in general.
And we'll
and,
stand
Well,
up
can
and
we
fight.
make more murder servitors? Well, I guess we
Yeah.
should have all people
we can make
repairing
more and
stuff.
replace them. That's not as much of an issue. So like we'll lose the ones we have, but if they are like holding the Necrons off while we run to the shuttles and abandon everyone else,
It's not abandoning.
yeah, it's advancing strategically away from
Yeah,
the
abandoning sounds so
undead
bad.
robots.
We're trying to keep a positive frame of mind, so let's refrain from using words that might have negative connotations.
I'm not saying
So
this in
we're
character,
not
obviously.
abandoning, we're not fleeing, we're quickly relocating to strike again.
Sounds pretty good to
Possibly.
me. Okay, well, While all the idiots are putting the ship together, I guess we're gonna go look for a crashed shuttle.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you taking your other shuttle to do this? How are you just going out on foot? What's your plan?
Depends on how fucking big this plan. How
Yeah,
far
how
away it
far
is.
away do we
How
think it
far
is?
away it crashed? Yeah.
Probably at least a quarter of the way around this planet.
That's
From where you are right now.
that's
The
far.
planet's
is
not
food.
that big. Yeah, I mean it's a little planetoid. It's not that big. I mean, walking anywhere would obviously take you some time. If you took your shuttle out, you could circumnavigate the planet
Do
in
we
like
have any
hours.
basic
Shuttle.
ground vehicles?
No, not on your ship.
We should
Not
probably
even-
bought a tractor.
Probably should have bought a tractor from the feudal world. Why didn't we bring the cart?
No, I can build a wagon. That's not a problem. The
But
problem would be
Frederick repaired it. That was his, and we left it. He could have towed
It
that all
wasn't
the way.
his.
It's
He-
not
he
hard
prepared
to
it for
do.
someone else.
We could have hooked that up to the guy with the tank treads for legs.
Yeah, but I'm still like that's still walking speed.
Yeah, but you could lug it.
That wouldn't be a problem.
We could all ride in the back, and you pull us along.
The Merrick battle wagon.
I'd whip you. It'd be brilliant. Oh,
Count as
okay. When we're off with
Rhino
it,
APC.
yeah, we're gonna buy a jeep when we get off of here.
So yeah, we should probably take one of our shuttles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. Who's flying?
Well,
Well, there's
Well-
only one person who can fly.
no, we could take a crew member.
I can also fly things, but
Can you?
Well, you
yes,
can't.
I actually do have the skill to do it. So
He can assist.
I
at
definitely
least.
could.
Well, I mean, the main question in cases like this is, are you better at flying if I shout at you compared to me not being shouted at?
No.
Yeah, then.
On the other hand, someone crashed us into a moon.
Base?
Well, under the
really
current
badly.
supervision.
I think we've already discussed and concluded that that was due to external circumstances that was out of my control.
His whole
Yeah, you
So,
just
are you not feeling bad at all about this then?
he feels
you-
bad, but he's not going to show
you just
it.
sat there
Oh,
and
it's
watched him do it.
Yeah, his whole at a half then for piloting.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, yeah, no, that then.
Okay, I'm gonna pilot this thing. I'm a Bob.
Can,
And
can I
just-
stay here and fix the ship?
No,
Nope.
you can't.
So
I've got tech
are you all
use
going?
now.
Yeah, so we need you to look at the shuttle.
Exactly.
Fix the shuttle. after
Also,
it
there's
gets
there's
crashed.
nothing more boring than splitting the party, especially not for.
Of
Well, I mean, IB, if you really want to stay at the ship and not be part of the
No, he's-
actual
he's
Part of
session,
the team that gets murdered horribly.
we're not getting. We're just gonna go look at a crashed ship.
also, please remember that if we do get murdered horribly, then no one's probably gonna come and pick you up, so you'd be murdered horribly too.
No,
Right.
no, they're still gonna come and pick us up. I'm just gonna explain that you accidentally died. It's,
Yeah, they're probably
Yeah.
you.
Okay, so
I'm
remember
very
how
charming.
remember how sad I am about the fact that most of 60 to 80% of my crew has died.
You don't seem that
80%.
sad.
Exactly.
He's really
So, what do you think the rest of my house is gonna feel about you being rescued, or, as it were, not rescued?
I'd feel good about him not being.
Wow.
rescued.
Just rude.
I use a
Yeah.
big piece of bulkhead as a ramp, so new and improved Marek can get in the shuttle. Doesn't have to use the stairs.
Let's go. Almost.
Oh,
Don't
my
worry, I
God.
could use my. I could
Zero
use,
degrees of failure.
Actually, that's a success because assisted by the man who knows it. Right?
Well,
Okay.
we didn't say I was assisting beforehand, though.
It's true.
Well,
I mean, but why would you not assist?
yeah. Other than you're a fucking
Let's be
ass
honest here.
about this.
Okay.
Up to the GM.
So it's actually easier to fly a shuttle on this planet because
Then
of
it
the
is
low
a
gravity.
void ship. Weird.
Yes, actually.
Yeah, it's low gravity. It's good. It's low gravity.
So-
Gravity goes out really far because it managed to drag the big ship in, even though it's weak. But don't worry about it. Necron shit. I hate it.
So do you guys want to switch over to the Pasmus map?
Not really. but
Hell
okay.
yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, you probably want to know what's going on in the game.
Hmm. So on the way there, I am requesting that everyone hand me their primary ranged weapon, and I'm going to do some rites and, apply some sacred unguents.
What do you mean primary?
But
Yeah,
whichever
whatever.
one you like the best.
Yeah.
I like
I
them
like
both.
all 5 of my guns the best.
But I guess you can. I guess you can have the right hand one.
Unfortunately,
one.
I only have a limited number of pistons of sacred unguent, so I can only
Inferno
afford
pistol,
to
please.
bless one weapon for each party member. And by doing so, your weapon is unable to jam until you reload.
Wait,
Nice.
I've only got 3 shots in my clip.
Well,
Well,
you should fix
Yes,
that. Then.
but it won't jam for those 3 shots.
pretty good.
Well,
because
to be fair though,
I've
if
committed
you
to the
don't
machine
want the
spirit.
thing, I'm sure you can give it to someone else.
Yeah, if you don't want the
keep it.
blessing, I just bless the other last gauntlet.
Keep it.
No, well, it
It
seems
does
like
jam a lot. It does jam a
It
lot.
does jam a
yeah,
lot.
it does.
I need like a best quality one. I don't think those jam.
No, they don't.
The
Conveniently, you don't
Omnissiah
have
aids
to.
us in our hour of need, brethren.
Conveniently, you don't need to bless any of my stuff because I use my brain anyway.
Just pour someone
Bless his brain.
I mean, I could.
Blessed.
You know what? No, I specifically I draw the cog of the Omnissiah on your forehead with sacred unguents, so now your psychic powers cannot jam.
Nice.
There you
My-
go.
My gun hasn't been this slimy since, well, it was a good time.
Okay, question. Are you guys going out in this shuttle to look for the other shuttle the first day that you crash, or are you waiting to do some repairs first, or what is your
I
plan?
think we're waiting to do some repairs first.
Yeah, like we're setting up the repairs, we're setting up, like, we're getting the instructions for the array. We probably set up, like, little shelters for people to not die in the desert.
Okay.
I assume there's no atmosphere out there.
There's not an atmosphere. You have
Yeah,
to
there's
wear
no
boots.
atmosphere. Everyone's void suited up.
Okay, so it's been about a week and a half, and your repairs are starting to go well. You patched up pretty much all the big holes in the ship. There's a few places that it's still leaking atmosphere a bit, but it's not that big of a problem. You figure within the next couple days you'll have all of it. You're getting through most of the repairs that can be done by yourself without some external help. I mean, even without Xenos technology, you can't completely repair the ship here wrecked on this planet. Half of it's buried in the sand anyway.
Yeah, we have enough for like standard repairs. Not our ship is cracked in half.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, then you decide it's time. You can put aside these, the immediate commanding of these efforts and let your crew handle it a bit, and you guys are going to go out in this shuttle and see if you can find the other one. You take off. You start circling the planet a little bit, looking for where it was. Someone want to give me some awareness tests? Looking out the window here.
Hell yeah.
You'd have to put the tokens on the pass message.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm looking really far.
Okay. Just make it. Yeah, here.
There's sand in my eyes.
There's also sand in my eyes.
Pessimistic.
Luckily, it doesn't matter if they're sand in my eyes because they're robotic.
That was
Wait,
busy
Holt doesn't
piloting.
have any eyes. I can't see shit.
Sand in
There's
his eye
sand in my
sockets.
eyes. And we just look and he's just got
let's
buckets.
skill.
Failure,
this is
failure,
a-
failure.
Okay, I'm
Awareness
using my skill awareness. My heightened senses.
As long as
What?
it's that-
Okay.
Anadar.
Keen over the eyes.
So, Anadar and Vendigroth both spot the wreck of the shuttle. Do you each want to make a scrutiny test as well, please? Looking a bit closer here.
Hell yeah.
You might have lost me on that one. I don't even know if I have scrutiny.
You might not.
You've got it at base.
Yeah, well, you might have it
Okay.
at half.
I don't think it's an advanced skill.
Nope.
Can I point at it and go, hey, there it is. Everyone look out the window at it.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
Hey, Icarus.
I'm looked at it. It's definitely the shuttle. You guys suck.
I don't know how I do
You guys,
it.
you guys are terrible.
I roll my optical mechadendrite back in and kind of polish the lens a bit, and then stick it back out the window.
It's okay, Icarus.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
say so.
Icarus scrutinied it. It's okay.
So,
it's fine.
Icarus, to you it looks like there's something moving on the hull of the crashed shuttle, but I mean it's kind of far away. You can't tell, and no one else sees it.
With my advanced optic things, can I like zoom in, like check out what it is or something?
Not that far. You can take your shuttle closer. You guys can land.
Do we not have
Yeah.
like binoculars or anything on this shuttle?
I mean, look, you're not just looking at the window right now. You're using whatever available optical enhancements that you have.
Okay.
We should land.
Well, John could probably
And-
make a pilot test to like hover slightly above it, so we can look
I
at it.
don't
land.
like.
Yeah, I could.
We should probably land and then just do bunny hops over there really quick.
Well, I'm gonna. I can try and land a bit further away,
Okay, sure.
where it's nice and flat or whatever. Where the easiest location to land, basically.
Okay, good. Give a pilot test.
Is it easier with low gravity? And
Yes,
with hull
yes.
assisting?
Yeah, with both of those, it'll be like what +20 then.
The irony here that if I had +20 last episode, we wouldn't have crashed.
Yeah, but you weren't piloting a shuttle then. You would.
Well, I didn't add my +20, but it's still a
You
1
still-
degree of failure.
So
Yes.
it's almost as if you should use a fate point so we don't die.
I don't think we die though, do we? I guess
I
I
mean,
can use a fate
it's gonna
point.
be a crash.
You really want a reputation of
I
crashing
don't
the
think,
big
like-
ship and the little ship?
I don't think it can't be that hard to pilot this thing.
Come on,
This is
Launch.
what-
Yeah, see,
There
you're
you go.
fated to do it.
Easy.
There you go.
You
don't
do like
land.
a little backflip on the way down. It's super cool.
You guys land your shuttle a bit off in the distance from the other shuttle.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So there's your shuttle. The other shuttle's a bit to the east from where you are.
I advance, gun ready.
I get my bolt gun out?
Yeah, let's
should-
all go
Maybe
now.
you should use the good gun.
No, because it's short range. I need the bolt gun at this range.
Keep in mind you're all wearing your void suits too.
Yeah.
So having them punctured is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
If you do see combat. Okay.
Well, only if we want to live.
We've got like duct tape and stuff ready to patch
Okay.
any minor holes.
Can we see movement from here?
You can make a scrutiny. See if you see.
Okay.
Yeah, something's moving on it. It looks like a lot of small things are moving on it. Actually,
Lots of small
lot-
things.
Merrick, you don't see it. Merrick.
Yes.
How small are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, like smaller than your hand. Your hand size is smaller. They're-
Here.
I'm thinking it's
What could that be?
possibly Necron tech?
Here.
Oh, yeah. cKnoor, they might be Necron scarabs.
Yeah.
we should leave right now.
We should not be.
I'm gonna.
So, explain what Necron scarabs do.
So they're very tiny little scarab-looking robotic drones of the Necrons. They're basically their
Repair.
yeah, they're like their mechanics. They go out, they repair things for them, they can scout for them, they can take shit apart for them. It looks like if that's what's on
Including
the ship right
intruders.
now.
They're normally
Yes,
collecting
including
and
intruders.
repair. Or they're probably
Yeah.
collecting parts from it, or
just trying to figure out what the hell it is.
scarabs. What make the Necron damn hard to kill? Because you kill one, the scarabs swarm it and just repair it and rebuild it.
So
They also have a chance of just rebuilding themselves. Period.
are they repairing the shuttle?
You don't know. You're far away.
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer because I'm really fast, so I can run away if shit gets bad.
I'm gonna go sit in the ship.
I'm gonna get my
Same also.
Mostly because, well, that way we can get a quick lift takeoff.
Yeah, leave
when Anadar comes back.
leave the engine running. Okay.
Okay. Ethan, yeah, you see
I'm gonna activate
there's
turret
swarms
mode.
there's swarms of scarabs all over this shuttle here.
Yay, scarabs.
Okay,
Pretty
there.
good. Pretty good.
Seems normal.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah,
Why
they're
don't-
crawling all over it.
So, Merrick, why don't we have good scarabs in our ship?
Because he's a tech priest and not Necron.
We do have servitors, Captain.
There you go.
Yeah, but do we have repair servitors?
Is anyone else's screen just randomly moving?
Yeah,
No, it's because Nogan moves it around.
Okay, just making sure. I
Yeah.
wondered if my machine spirit was acting up.
Okay,
You-
so
you
are
got-
they?
You,
are they
you should be able to
repairing
move your own
shit?
screens now.
Are they-
Go
or
ahead,
they-
make a scrutiny test.
Well, does it look like it was fucking blown up by me last time?
I mean, it still looks blown up.
Close.
You can't
Is,
tell. You
where-
can't tell
where's-
what they're doing.
Where's Frederick? He might have scrutiny. Can you move him to here?
Oh, yeah.
But I have scrutiny as a trained skill now, also.
I'm not going close enough to that ship to use my scrutiny.
Yeah, I mean, the
Mr.
part
Frederick.
of sending Anadar was that he's
Yeah.
fast, right?
Frederick does not have scrutiny. He does have auger arrays.
That'll give him a +20 to his awareness.
Hmm.
And he could like scan for
hmm
weird things. Like
Yeah, he can scare for
if
that.
he's
and for
if,
life.
if they're
and-
like welding or something, he could pick up the electromagnetic signatures. I don't know.
You could, if you want to move them closer, yeah.
Yeah.
The classic infiltration team of the skull and the elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frederick
Back
is
at it again.
fearless.
Aren't they going to notice the technology, though?
That's fine. I
Seeing
can run
that's
faster.
I mean-
pretty much their job.
I can run faster than Frederick.
Oh. Frederick's very aware of shit.
Yeah, it's part of
Yeah,
the
so you
benefit of
pick up-
auger arrays.
You pick up, hundreds of tiny, thousands actually, of tiny, tiny disruptor fields all over the ship. It seems like they're probably tearing it apart.
Frederick says you're disassembling the shuttle.
Okay, so is this shuttle closer to the pyramids than our big ship is?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, can the little robot guy scan the ground beneath us? Just to humor me.
Unfortunately, he can only penetrate a couple of centimeters. So, unless you want to, I mean, I could.
There
the
might be
shuttle
some type
probably
of
has
scanning array on the
slightly
shuttle.
better
Well,
scanners.
sand is mostly holes, right? Just look through the holes.
Hmm.
That's science, that is.
I mean, I could dig a hole.
Well, it would be fairly deep because there's a few Necron types that are burrowers and tunnelers.
We could give it a shot. I mean, I can detect, as per auger arrays, I can detect. Sensor systems that go beyond human senses. I don't know.
Take it.
Handheld Auspex device, which says. May make a tech use test to spot things not normally detectable to human senses alone, such as invisible gases, nearby biosigns, or ambient radiation. The
Radiation.
scan range is 50 meters, although walls more than 50 centimeters thick and certain shielding materials can block the scanner. So I guess that's up to Nuggin.
You can try a roll, see what happens.
All right, tech use to do thing. Nope.
No,
Yeah.
alright, disregard.
Nothing. You get nothing.
So, what are we doing? If they're taking this ship apart, are we gonna just let them?
I don't think
Yes.
we can count. Can we stop them?
Does anybody
Yes,
have
I
any
will.
plans?
Yeah.
Destroy them all,
Well-
but
well-
like,
Well, can we
could
stop
try.
them compared to do we want to stop them?
I mean, I think the first thing we should do is get out of here so they don't get our scent, and then we can discuss it back on the silkworm.
I agree.
We didn't
leave.
see any signs of, like, there were no tracks leading away from the shuttle or anything, were there?
I mean, you're not really close to it. Not on your side.
And it's been like a week and a half.
Yeah,
And it's a
anything
desert,
that
like, it's
survived
gonna
that
be-
has either been killed by the scarabs or died of exposure.
And
Yeah.
I don't know Rogue Trader versus the tabletop one enough, but some of the drones that hold the scarabs are actually hoverers, so they wouldn't even leave a track. But that might
Oh
be.
no,
just-
I'm talking about survivors from the crash.
Oh, I'm just gonna go with they're dead and harvested.
Yeah, probably.
Just not even gonna assume they're alive.
I bet they died before the crash from my excellent shot hitting them all.
Sure.
It was good. Yeah, so we're gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. It's time to leave.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
run very fast because I can do that.
Yeah. Do I have to roll another pilot check?
No, you're fine right
Good.
I could check if any of them
Take it off.
have noticed us.
now. That's true. So you're going back to the ship?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You guys get on your shuttle. You head
How
back.
high up does this
to your
thing
ship.
fly?
Can I just check it, see if any of
It
them...
can go all the way to space if you want. Just
Oh.
Oh yeah, that was the
So,
question.
Captain, my captain, do you want to fly around that shuttle once, see if we can see anything besides the scarabs, or do you want to
We
just go
can-
back to the ship?
Well, from what we know of the scarabs, do we think there's a risk of them like spotting us earlier than they otherwise would if we get high up and fly around and look a bit more?
Well, I figure I wouldn't get any closer than what we are now, just in a different vector, essentially.
Okay. Oh, you can do that.
That reminds me of a question. How long can we survive in the shuttles?
in the
Like-
shuttles.
Like,
Like,
air
if you
and
took it out
food-wise?
into space,
Yeah, air and food wise.
half a day.
Yeah, we could bring some supplies probably to boost that.
I mean, if you wanna try packing them full of stuff, extra air, things like that.
Do we have? How many shuttles do we have?
We have two working shuttles at the moment.
Okay, what about 3 people on
Each shuttle.
a shuttle?
3 on each.
And one of them only needs 2 people worth of food because Anadar doesn't eat or drink.
Uh,
I need to check with my inputs.
you probably make it about a week at most if you packed them full of food.
Not bad.
That's fine because we can always do hit and run raids on our own ship for more stuff.
Yeah, like just as a, if we have to fly up into space and sit there. The split we do is the captain, me, and Icarus on one, and Vendergroth America and Holt on the other. I've
Maybe
come
we
to.
would just let Barbaretta die.
Well, we could leave Holt, I guess, and have Barbaretta instead.
What about
Actually,
Herb?
we could have Barbaretta on the ship with 4, I guess.
Mhm.
On the-
What about
on the ship
Herb
with
and
Anadar.
Herb?
Well, they've got to.
Herb?
They've
Herb
got
on-
to
See,
defend the people.
this is why
The
this
chief of
isn't
security.
really an option.
They got to defend
What
the
about-
people.
What about Stubber?
What about
he's
Percy?
using his gun defending the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about Percy?
Percy isn't allowed
don't
on
remember
a
who
spaceship
Percy
ever
is.
again. He's the guy who crashed it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's like unhooking and moving around the murder servitors right now.
He's got really big gloves on, so he might accidentally turn them on and kill himself.
Okay, so now that we know that there are active scarabs, does that mean? Do we think that means that the Necrons are awake, or just
Go ahead,
scarabs are
make
always awake?
a Forbidden Lore Xenos test. Whoever has it.
I mean, who doesn't? Such a
Everyone who's anyone has the Forbidden Lore Xenos.
Exactly.
It's just common law for me because I am one.
I shall consult the records, Captain.
I wish there was a common lore everything.
It's common law. I know it.
I mean, that's common lore is basically just general knowledge. so-
There's a book you can get
So-
that has every single law in it.
Merrick. Merrick knows that when Necron Tomb Worlds activate, they activate in small steps, one step at a time, and only in response to whatever current threats that they find would they change their order. So like they'll slowly get started up as they need to, like using as little energy as possible, unless they find something that they think would be dangerous or resistant to them at all, at which point they'll start throwing stronger and stronger stuff out until they are at full activation.
Yeah.
So scarabs being out, possibly nothing. They could just be constantly have been on and never been off.
Yeah,
and
they just do general maintenance tasks.
But so that basically means if we want to go into the pyramids, we should make sure we have everything else in as much order as possible, so we can do a quick hit and run and
Correct.
just get in and get out.
We would need to be
sit
able to
in
leave the
space.
planet.
And
Does
sit in
anyone have
space
the
for a week.
demolition still?
What were you saying, Ethan?
And then we can get out and sit in space in our shuttles and wait for help.
The problem is the rest of the crew can't.
That doesn't sound like a problem to me.
It's a problem if I want to keep my ship.
Well,
Yeah, we can't go in the temple at all.
we'd come back
We
with
don't
other
have the
people to get the
choice.
ship back.
Well, we know that
We
there
have
are
to be
scarab.
rescued.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
no.
like when the rescue comes, like we need help to get the ship off anyway. Like the ship's not leaving with us anyway when we leave.
Because I thought the plan was to go into the pyramid, see if we can find the cKnoor we need to repair the ship.
Yeah.
Has that changed?
If we do that,
if
they
we do
scan
that
us
and it goes wrong
as
and they
threats.
activate and we
They-
have to leave or die, then we
Yeah, but that's
the shuttles.
If we
Yes.
don't do that, we lose the ship. So
Using
so the game plan is still the same essentially. You're just
Yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
I'm just like, this is our escape plan. Like if it all goes wrong, we get in the shuttles and sit in space and wait for rescue.
using
then
Necron
there's-
tech to
the ship
repair
is
your
gone.
ship is probably
The ship-
also a
the
good way
ship-
to lose the ship to Necron AI.
Yeah, but that's what
well,
I'm
I'll
saying.
make
If it
sure
goes
there's.
wrong,
I mean, any tech that I'm going to use, I will to the best of my ability make sure there's no abominable intelligence in it.
Yeah, that
Like-
doesn't comfort me.
also like
It doesn't
the-
comfort me as well, but we're
here's the-
limited on options.
And the thing is to like, yeah, like we're gonna try and purge the tech as much as possible, but also even like it needs to contend with all of the other cKnoor shit that's in the ship to begin with. Like it's not like there's gonna be like, ooh, Necron AI, what a jummy Imperium ship. This ship's already fucked up to begin with.
Hmm.
but yeah, my backup plan is just if we are going to die if we don't do it, then that's the backup plan. Is we just
Well,
get in the shuttles and sit in space.
I guess we'll find out more next episode. Goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Oh, wow,
Bye,
that was
YouTube.
a fast hour. Holy crap.